on, and we're finally going to be looking at the actual trailer to Coming to America 2. So this is the first time that it's apparently out, so we're going to be seeing a lot more footage, actually, what the story is. So let's go ahead and get into it, and then I'll give you guys my thoughts.
Just discovered that I may have a son here in this land. How much child support is she getting from? The king pays no child support. No child support for 30 years and you came back? You was a dummy. Hello, I am Hakim Jaffer, king of Zamunda. You are the heir to the throne. Yes, my son. He's supposed to be like the prince of Wakanda. Wakanda is a fictional place. Not to everybody. Zamunda is a very real nation. I don't need no handout. Wait a minute. All right, I'm going back. Okay.
Presenting King Akim's son from America.
And my mom's.
And his mom's.
Children, this is your brother.
Hey, Quay. I'm sorry I slept with your man.
This happened before we even met.
It's not like you're the first man I've ever been with.
What did you just say about the other man?
Coming to America, now it's coming to me.
I always thought that Mika was going to be queen. A woman isn't allowed to rule Zamunda. It's the law.
Did it ever occur to you that Mika wanted to be your heir?
Would you dare banish me from my own bedroom?
How you doing, Hakim?
I'm getting it from everywhere. I have upset my family.
You must be strong.
And General Izzy would love nothing more than to take over Zamunda.
Raise it higher.
I'm a king, I'm a put your hands together. What if
Like that.
Say it again.
give me all
It's right over here.
I must admit, your style is foreign to my kingdom, but is impressive.
That's right. There you go. Let me hear you say, hey, ho.
Hey ho!
No, don't do that. That's his mother.
Oh, don't you say that.
No, not to his mother.
Almost ready to become a prince.
almost. It is time.
Ceremonial circumcision.
Bring forward the royal machete.
Machete.
They're going to sharpen your tool, nephew.
Coming to America, now it's coming to me.
Alright, alright guys, I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of my opinion. Now, first off, I'm gonna say this. I love the barbershop scene. That's probably the most classic scenes of Coming to America, period. Um, the part where, of course, you see Alfonso saying, like, he goes, the king pays no child support. Is older, like, the other barber. He's like, well, you a dummy coming back. So that's pretty funny. But obviously, it looks like Akeem hooked up with somebody. Not Akeem, but, Eddie Murphy's character hooked up with someone, and obviously, of course, has a son. Did not know who he was, and now I come back. Oh well, you have a son, and obviously, I can't think of her name right now. But that for I guess the woman that he got with, that I don't know. Like this whole thing with him, of course, I guess finding his son and bringing them back, realizing he is. The king of Zamunda now. And of course, we see James Earl Jones and all the other characters that we saw from the very first movie. Now, again, some of this looks really good. Some of this kind of looks kind of cringe, kind of cheesy, like that scene with your "Hey, Queenie, I'm sorry I slept with your man." That's really cheesy and kind of cringy. Like, I'm not a big fan of this actress. I'm not. I'm not trying to bash or anything. I'm just not. But at the same time, the part where he's like, "Oh, what was about that with the other men?" Like that was funny. But then at the same time, seeing the whole where I guess he's showing his son around, and hey, you have sisters, and I guess his oldest is unhappy because she wants to be the ruler after he dies or he's unable to rule. So obviously, there's going to be some issues with that. That's going to be like, okay, who should rule if he does, like, let's say if he dies or if he has an issue. And of course, we see with Wesley Snipes' character that he's going to be wanting to take over, or he's trying to invade, or something. I think Wesley Snipes' character, he's going to be funny, but also kind of cheesy at the same time, because again, the whole laughing part, that was funny, but again, a little cheesy. Again, also not a big fan of Tracy Morgan as of late. A lot of Tracy Morgan's movies that latest of his movies or his shows, I just haven't really been impressed with. It's more like a lot of the jokes fail, out of my opinion. Now, again, I'm looking forward to seeing who is actually going to come to Zamunda to actually, I guess, like celebrate this. I guess anointments or however you want to say it. But at the same time, it's going to be really interesting to see, what characters are going to be returning, how many times actual airtime they're going to be getting, ones that we originally saw from the first movie, such as the ones from the barbershop or, Lisa's parents, or even James Earl Jones's character. So it's going to be really interesting to see who's going to return. Now, obviously, I am going to be watching this movie as soon as it comes out. Again, I love the first one; it's amazing, it's a classic. But I got this weird feeling that the second one is not going to hold up to the first one. I got that weird suspicion because again, it's been 30 years, guys. It's been a very long time since since the very first one came out. You got to remember when it came out. So I don't know. I got high hopes for it, but at the same time, I'm going in open-minded. I'm going in clear-headed. I'm not trying to give too much away of what I may think about it, but at the same time, I don't know how it's going to be because just from what I'm seeing, it's like I want to like it all, but I don't think I'm going to like all of it. I think there are going to be certain things that I'm going to be like, okay, let's move on to the next scene, and at the same time, I'm going to be like, okay, I don't care about this character. I don't care about, this particular scene. I just want to see more of laughing at whatever Eddie Murphy says or whatever Alfonso says, obviously. I just really want to laugh. I just really want good laughs through this film. I just really want good laughs through this film. I just want to be able to laugh as hard as I did when I first saw the first one because I laughed so hard. I remember I think one of my favorite scenes in the very first film was the barbershop scene, obviously, where they're going over boxing and he starts talking about it and he just is like, and then he starts saying it. He's like, "Who's next?" And that's one of my favorite scenes of this day, and I love it because again, that is very common when you go to a barbershop or you go to any type of haircut place because you're going to be talking about sports. You're going to be talking about something, whether it be cars, life, sports, something in general. And it's just funny because you get that atmosphere. You start joking and then it gets real serious and then it goes back to joking. So it's really funny. But obviously, I'm going to be looking forward to this. I don't know exactly how I'm going to feel about it after I watch it, but let's go ahead and check it out. Now, again, that scene right there, it looks like they're trying to put a little more Black Panther into this film, which I think is kind of silly because obviously, both it's two different films. So obviously you need to put, just how it is with Zamunda and separate that from Wakanda. And you just need to put this is a comedy. This is not an action movie. This is a comedy. So that's a little bit that I'm going to say on that. But overall, I'm excited to see this. I'm excited to see Eddie Murphy return. It's probably the first movie that we've seen him in a very long time. But overall, I'm very excited to see this. So let me know what you guys think about the trailer. Let me know what you guys think about this overall. You guys are going to watch it. You guys not going to watch it. Let me know what you think. And I'll see you, of course, on the very next video.